So in this module 2 we will take our first deep dive into how Jetpack Compose actually works. We will cover what composable functions are, how to preview them, and how Compose rebuilds the UI using a smart concept called Recomposition. So let's start it. So when you click on the Compose annotation, then you can see here it's nothing but simply class. Okay, now what is composable function? In compose Jetpack Compose UI elements are built using compose marks with the add compose annotation. These are the building blocks of your app UI. So let me remove this. Okay, okay, now like add composable private function, let's say my app. Now you can say here like text my first app. Okay, and you need to okay modifier modifier go to modifier. Okay, because we have to pass the inner paddings in the first composable function. Okay, so modifier dot padding inner padding. Okay, so let's run this application. Also note that like composable function can only be called from another composable function. So for example, private fun test function and you can see here like my app. You can see here composable invocation can only be happen from the context of a composable function. So if you you can make, then you can see here error is gone. You can see here. Okay, you can see here. Okay, my first application. So let's remove that. So because composable function is can be only be called from another composable function, because compose tracks this call to build and rebuild your UI effectively. Okay, so understanding the set content, this block. Okay, in your main activity you set your first composable using set content, because like it's building the tree. Okay, you can see first composable function and you can see here like hierarchy of roots. Okay, everything inside set content is composable, driven and reactive. You do not need to call xml here at all. Okay, now let's say preview. Okay, composable function private fun my preview. Okay, modifier. Okay, now I have to add the preview annotation. Okay, so if I remove this composable, then it's error. Okay, because the preview needs the composable annotation as well. Okay, you can see here. Scaffold is nothing but like you can say here, like if you want to add the top bar, then you can add the top bar composable, and if you want to add bottom bars, stack bar, host, etc., floating action button, etc. So I will tell you what is scaffold in future videos. Okay, so you don't need to worry. So like if you want to show background, then show background we will prefer to use. Okay, then you can see here its background color will be white. You can see here. Okay, now recomposition and state awareness. Okay, so Jetpack Compose is state aware. It automatically rebuilds affected part of the UI when the state changes. This process is called recomposition. Okay, so let's say composable private fun counter, then val equal to exa count, member. We need to import this function and this function. Okay, instead of, okay, because we have to like we have passed the 0 value. Okay, like integer value. Okay, button. Clicked dot end value. You can see here like, okay, then we can pass here like let's run this application. So every time the button is clicked, count changes, and compose runs the counter function to update the state. Okay, hold on, you can see it. Also remember function, like it's remember the states. Okay, and inform the recomposition, it has the value, okay, this variable. And to mutable states, it will be used for reactive purposes, okay, to make the variable reactive. So you can see hold on. Let's run this application. You can see here, or horizontal alignment, okay. Then run this application. You can see here, okay, it's updating, but it's retain the value, previous value, okay. So also, like, if you not use the remember function and let's say count 0, okay, plus plus var, okay, you can see, okay. Now run this application because I have removed the remember keyword, okay. So now let's see what will happen. It's not updating the counter itself, okay, because we have removed the remember keyword from here, okay. You can see here it's not updating the counter itself, okay. That's why we have to use remember keyword, okay. Mutable states dot in value plus plus dot in value. So to show the values vertically, then we have to use the column, okay. If just like the relative layout, okay, in XML. So if you want to show the horizontally, then we have to use the row widget, okay. Let's rerun this application. So I will tell you what is row, what is column, and what is box in details in future, okay. Now last but not least, theme. You can see here we have to apply the theme on the main activity, okay. you can see here. Okay, you can change the theme here what you want to, like. Okay, you can see it's in row horizontally. Okay, also the color we have to like define the color here. Okay, so you will now build composable, understand how they recompose with state, and learn how to preview them. Next up, we'll explore layout elements like row, column, and box to position and style your UI. Okay. Also, one important factor is like layout preview. Okay, you can see here. Okay, so you can see the compositions using layout inspector. Okay, you can see material theme, scaffold, my app, and row. Okay, counter and etc. Okay, so that's it for this tour.